Good evening, Twitch chat. We are here live at Red Note, Las Vegas. We're about to get into Pool 7. My name is Julian, aka L Aeon. Right next to me, we have Nobar Ben.
Yes, I am Nobar Ben, although you can just call me Ben. I'm excited to be commentating. It's been a while since the last time I've done this.
Same for me here, too. I think the last time I commentated was around for Desert Journey in my tournament in Albuquerque, New Mexico. But we're excited to be here. We have seen some insane, crazy, literal tie matches that are just out of this world. And we're in Pool 7. We have how many pools left?
We've got another 11 to go still, and the competition has been so tight, so exciting.
It has been just pure insanity. Like, the level of skill all of these players are showing is just phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. It has just been one heck of a day. So we're about to get into our first match here. We have Gabby and Mina play together. We have their pocket pick, or their regular picks. Mina chose Ghost Kingdom and Gabby picked Jukunda Memoria.
That is quite the protect there.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so how do you say about for Ghost Kingdom? Like, how would you think that would fare between these two players?
I'm not quite sure of these two players' skill sets on swing, but the person who's able to execute those tricky swing rhythms is going to be at the advantage for Ghost Kingdom.
Yeah, so Ghost Kingdom, so it originally came out on Dance Rush Stardom. It had a really nice swing chart as well, and it sort of translated into DDR quite well, but it really upped the difficulty, especially because when you have to with of course 4 panels instead of just a giant touch panel.
Yeah.
They really had to up the difficulty. It's a really nice song. I absolutely love playing it in Dance Rush. And now for Jukunda Memoria.
Oh man, that's an infamous song these days. The 14 is not nearly as threatening as the 17, but the whole vibe of the song can definitely throw you for a loop.
It is really, it's literally become a meme in the DDR community. Ever since it was released and people started seeing the chart and how the song goes, it's like, who made this song? Why did they make this song? Who hurt you? You know?
Who hurt you, Akuta?
Oh my goodness.
All right, so it looks like they're getting ready to start Ghost Kingdom. They're deciding their speed mods and mods. Let's see. Let's look at what we can find out about these players. All right, so Gabby hails from Northern California. His home tab is in San Francisco. He plays at Dave & Buster's Concord. And Mina, he comes from SoCal. He plays mostly in Burbank. And also San Gabriel Factory T-Bar. So 2 Cali representatives.
All right, let's get started.
All right.
Oh, they're both trading EX scores right now. But now here's where it's going to look a little bit difficult.
Here's that swing we were talking about.
Currently, Gabby's in the lead right now.
Yeah, Gabby's up by about 20, 25 EX.
Let's see.
There's also some relatively tricky crossovers, and there's also 24th bursts. That'll keep the players on their toes. What makes this chart even more challenging is that the freeze arrows, some of them are on the swing note, and it's not easy to parse what the rhythm is supposed to be. It looks like Gabby Jay is up by about 15, about 20 EX.
Yeah, they are both on the block with their MA right now. It's really, really nice to see.
Alright, we got some jumps. We're approaching the climax of the song when the patterns are really starting to ramp up.
Got Got
All
just
right,
a
this is
little
probably
bit
the
left.
hardest part right here. And then we've got these 24th swing sections with, you kind of have to make up the rhythm as you go because it's not like in the song.
Woo!
And we finish. Gabby Jay wins the song, 10:53 to 10:08.
Wow. Great showing from both players. Gabby Jay with triple A, full combo, great. And Mina, double A plus, great full combo.
Gabby Jay had some pretty good MA there, about 40, 49 perfect.
Yeah.
That's pretty good for this song.
Very, very good. Oh boy, ladies and gentlemen, here we
All
go. We got Chikunda Memoria coming up.
Yep,
Difficult
yep.
14. Oh man.
One of the things that makes this chart hard is the double BPM for most of it. It's harder to maintain your baseline and your like quarter note to lock into. So that's going to be one of the main challenges in executing this chart.
Yeah, it is like a chart that just, when you see it and when you play it, it really makes you question just kind of how like, you know, I play DDR for either a short time or a long time. I feel like I need to stop. it's
like,
a crazy chart.
Just songs like this.
Like,
Like,
with
do I
songs like
want to
this,
keep
like,
playing this game? Is what you're saying.
Oh man.
Yeah, this one. The other thing about this being double BPM, the other thing about the double BPM is that it makes the rhythms a little harder to parse. Like since what you would normally consider quarter notes and eighth notes, they all show up as quarter notes, the red notes. Shoutouts to Red Note. And here we go. Gabby Jay starts out with, I spoke too soon. My first
He had
comment.
the Marvelous in the beginning, but kind of went down. They're still holding on to their perfect full combo.
Yep, yep. These rhythms get tricky. Got some jumps.
Mina dropping down to a great full combo. Gabby's still holding on to the perfect full combo.
And looks like Gabby Jay's up by about 20, about 25 DX. And here we got a slowdown coming up. This slowdown is particularly tricky.
Oh, and
all
that.
the interesting rhythms.
Ooh.
And we're back. We got the gallops that are tricky to time at this speed. Both players seem to be handling it fairly well. All right, now we've got a mixture of jumps into like a gallop pattern, into more jumps. It's hard to keep your rhythm in place when you're having to switch between jumps and normal gallops. All right, we've got a little break here. We've got these offbeat rhythms coming up. This is probably the hardest part of the chart here. We've got these bursts with 3 notes, sandwiched with jumps. We've got these candles. And Gabby Jay continues to increase his lead.
Just by a large margin.
Oh, and Gabby Jay finishes with the full combo, and he takes song number 2. So Gabby Jay took both songs in this match.
Good showing from both players.
Good showing from both players.
Wow.
Mina just got one miss.
Man, that is crazy. Especially for just a song, something like that. It's crazy. Both players handled it absolutely well for what they got for the picks.
Yes. I guess while we're waiting for the next match, we can also look at the other songs in the card draw that they had. It looks like Mina vetoed Orca Difficult.
Oh, wow.
So that good one to veto if you're not familiar with that.
Yeah, it's pretty much kind of like if Chaos was made by like Camellia, because literally it's just it's kind of not really copy paste, but like you could definitely tell there was a lot of like stops BPM changes and so many other intricate things, but the song just flows a little bit more well. Of course, like with Chaos, you have like it's about 46, 47 stops in total for the expert chart. I mean, it's a really, really like it's one of those songs that you have to memorize.
Yes, you have to like learn like how the song goes, and then you have to like start associating the slowdowns and the speed changes and the stops with certain points in the music.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
There
like-
are. It's funny because in some gimmick songs they do have like some cues. The more you play it, the more you start noticing like, oh wait, they actually have these other moments where it actually pauses, or the charts or the song or the notes are like kind of squished down. So maybe I might need to slow down
Yes,
for a bit.
yes.
So, it's some songs have those cues.
Yes,
I've noticed that in recent charts or recent gimmick charts, they've kind of went away with it. Like it actually is kind of like, wow, it's crazy. Like it just like pops up, then, and then it's just kind of like, you really do have to like play
You have
these
to
like
learn.
modern charts. Yeah.
You definitely got to learn the song.
Okay, we
All right,
have
yes.
OmniAnton and Oxfordvalley. We have fans over here cheering them on.
All right, so OmniAnton, he comes from SoCal. I'm not sure exactly where he plays, but we've got a lot of SoCal supporters up here for him. And then we also have Oxfordvalley. Oxfordvalley just advanced from Pool 6. He's also a SoCal player. He plays mostly at Dave & Buster's Westchester, and he also goes to Round 1 Burbank. All right, so let's take a look at the card draw for these two.
Wow.
Wow.
So our first song is going to be Stulty. That was Omni versus, or OmniAnton's pick, and then Oxford's pick is Colors for Extreme Challenge.
Ah, yes.
Oh, nice.
So Stulty is a particularly challenging chart in the 15 folder. What happened?
Oh.
I don't know. They turned off the... I don't know. They had to restart the cab for a second for some reason. Well, we'll figure it out in a sec. But anyways, Stulty. It's a chart. It originated in DDR 2013. It was part of a, I believe it was a Bimani-wide event. This 15 is particularly nasty with its many drills and also many stops.
Oh, yeah. It is really a challenging, it's a very challenging song, especially in particular just when, I'm trying to remember the chart.
Yeah.
But it's like, you'll definitely see once the players play it, it's kind of one of those charts that like, it'll start, and there are just moments in there where it's just like, it gets really, really
It really gets really dense at some
Yeah.
points.
And then Colors for Extreme, it's a beautiful song. Absolutely love it. The challenge chart actually makes it, the expert chart's kind of a little bit straightforward, but the challenge chart, I feel, actually goes along with the notes, or with the song, I'm sorry. And it can definitely be challenging at times.
Yes. I remember having a lot of 3-note 16 like clusters.
Yes.
I feel like we need a...
Oh. All right.
All right, so they're scrolling through the song wheel. All right, let's look at the mods. It looks like both of them are going to play it at 3-5. That seems quite fast to me.
For a 182 BPM high, I think that's roughly around over 500. It's like 500,
Actually,
520 maybe?
No. 3x would be 540. So
Oh,
it's going to
yeah.
be, I guess it's closer to 600. All right, the crowd's cheering on their favorite players.
Here we go.
And here we go, yes.
Oxford actually playing on reverse.
All right, this part's particularly tricky. It's not an exact half of the BPM.
Here we go.
And yep. The sync on this chart is very tricky. All right, long break. Got some ape stream into these jump steps.
Ooh,
Wow.
some burst right there.
All right, let's see. It looks like Oxfordvalley's up, taking an early lead of about 30 EX. Look at all these drills.
So many drills. Oh, and there was a pause right there.
Looks like Omni made up some ground there.
He is
Oxford
catching
was
up.
not very familiar with those speed changes. Ooh, that's a tricky crossover transition there. All right, this part is on the straightforward side. But then it starts to throw some handle 16 patterns right about here.
And the pause
Accompanied
right there.
with more stops. All right, looks like Oxfordvalley regained some of his ground. He's back up by about 20 or 30 EX. All right, this is one of the trickiest parts. The stops fall in between the notes. And then we've got the drills into the jumps. And let's see who takes it. All right, Oxfordvalley was able to hold it the whole way. So Oxfordvalley takes song 1.
Wow. Yeah, that is a very, very tricky song, especially that last section with the stops along with the jumps. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, it's really hard to keep your MA sharp in those sections. All right. While they're scrolling to colors, let's take a brief look at, oh my goodness, look at what the songs they vetoed. They vetoed Chaos Terror Technics.
I did not
and
notice that.
Chaos. What a draw.
Wow, 2 for 2.
What are the odds you get 2 Chaoses? And like Stolte is like, it's not quite as bad in terms of gimmicks, but it's pretty up there.
It's
They really had to
definitely
pick
is up
the lesser of 3 evils.
Oh man.
All right, looks like they're getting ready to start colors. Let's see how they go. And we're off. Got some step jumps. All right, we've got these gallop rhythms to start off with. These can be tricky to lock into. Looks like Omni has a slight lead right now.
Very
About less
small
than
lead.
10 EX lead right now.
Yeah, it is really close.
All right, we still got a good 75% of the charting. So a lot can happen in that time.
Yeah, this is definitely going to be a pretty MA attack heavy song. Whoever either falls for a great or miss is really going to need to catch up. They're both doing excellent right now. Ooh.
All right, Omni still seems to be holding the lead, even though he dropped in a perfect full combo. Okay, this is actually kind of tricky. There's some crossover patterns leading into these 16 clusters.
Ooh. It is getting hype
Oxfordvalley
around here.
also lost the PFC, unfortunately. All right, looks like Omni's really locked into the window here. It's going to be difficult for Oxfordvalley to make up the ground in the remaining time.
And that is it. Omni taking it.
The Omni takes on 2. So this match ended 1-1.
Wow.
42
perfects.
versus 64-4. That's not bad.
Oh, Omni had it. Omni definitely had this song right here. Like, he had that one locked in.
It looks like they won each other's pockets, or not pocket picks, but they won each other's protects, at least according to what we see on the screen here. Who knows if that's accurate?
Man, that was a really good match.
Yeah, that was pretty good. We got
Definitely shout outs to Omni and Oxford. That was a really nice match that we got. Alrighty.
All right.
So we're gonna see who is gonna be coming up next here. So,
All right, so what do we got up next?
I don't think they've updated it yet. Let me see if
Yeah,
I
it
can.
doesn't look like they've updated the Start GG. Or maybe they did, I don't know.
Nope.
Let's see.
Wow. Alrighty. So while we're waiting on that, so far between, I guess for the first match, Mina and Gabby, like who did you, I would say like with the song picks, like how did you expect like that outcome?
Um, I'm not sure I can make an accurate prediction. Like I didn't really know much about Mina before today. Um, I have associated with Gabby Jay in the past, so uh, let's take a look at some of their accomplishments that they've shared with us. All right, it looks like Gabby Jay, he got his first 15 PFC this year.
Oh wow,
So that's
nice.
exciting. And let's see. Looks like Oxfordvalley, where he recently got a AAA on BESP. That's a pretty trick.
That is very good.
Yeah, it's
Because I can only imagine like if like wow like for especially for because I know the ESP has that for that, especially that one section with the
yeah, it's got
like
the
all
long,
the beep 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 beep.
yeah, the long drills.
For the expert chart, I believe it's just the like it's a alternating.
Yeah.
But then the challenge one, it's all down notes.
Yes.
It's crazy. I'm really hoping to actually be able to see that like someone play that chart later on in the tournament. It's just been, I mean, that would really be awesome to see if someone actually
Yeah.
manages to get through that.
Fortunately, I'm not sure if that chart's able to be selected. I don't. It was part of the challenge chart was part of an unlock event that was limited, but I don't know if those songs are available.
Interesting. Oh man, yeah, it would be really nice to see though, because I mean, if you've ever seen something insane like where you have to alternate like just on one pad alone, oh my God, it is insane. So to continue with Oxford, he first played DDR when DDR Ultramix came out on the Xbox, but never really stepped into the arcade scene until about 9 months ago.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Man, so Oxford's been around DDR for a while.
Like, yeah, just imagine, like, because with the old console versions, you have to have, you play like on one of those flimsy little pads.
those soft
If you're
pads.
lucky enough, you can get the ones that have the inserts in them, or even like they have like they sold ones that like you zip it around and you actually put like these little jigsaw puzzle looking things like as foam inserts.
Huh.
Yeah, it was crazy. I used to own one of those and then the original like DDR controllers for the PS2. And so, yeah, just imagine like Oxford's played on the console for such a long time, but just 9 months ago, he stepped foot in an arcade to play on a DDR arcade machine, and look at the progress that he made. That is really great. That's awesome.
That's pretty good for 9 months in the arcade. I don't think I ever met Oxford. I think he started, it sounds like he started attending the arcade once I moved out of SoCal. I feel like there's a lot of players that started going to like Round 1 Burbank after I like moved.
Oh.
So there's like a lot of people that I still need to like meet.
Yeah.
But there's been a lot of representation from
Oh.
like Burbank. That looks like there's like the 805. What is it called? The Area 805.
I think 805?
I don't know. There's a lot of people wearing the matching shirts.
I
805 Rhythm Gaming.
I need to know where you guys get it because I actually like I'm not in the area, but it looks so good. Okay. Yeah, 805 Rhythm Gaming, you guys are amazing. Shout outs to you guys. Like especially like a bunch. It looks like a bunch of you guys are here, but you guys are probably also out there watching at home. And also, just speaking of, we are here at Red Note Las Vegas. These are the guys that hosted us. Thankfully, like I mean, it has been an incredible venue, an incredible location. I mean, we've been getting we literally have 2 white cabs for this tournament. So we've actually been able to like go through it really, really well. So definitely shout outs to them.
Yes, and even in addition to the 2 that we're using for the event, there is a 3rd white cab that is
Yep.
used for warm-ups for the players who are getting ready to start their pool.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there's plenty of other rhythm games available to play.
They recently just added a Yubi, and I'm so happy. No joke. I think it was 2 weeks ago. They like just made a post saying, "Hey, look what we got." It was a Yubi, and I'm like, "Yes, just in time for me to go to Las Vegas for the tournament and Red Note."
Yeah, this is a really good place to try Bimani games like 2DX, Sound Voltex. There's a Pop-in Music cab. There's an older version of Drummania. And you get once you pay your admission fee, you can just free play whatever you want. Is I think how it works. At least that's how it's working today.
Yep.
Or for this event.
Basically, yeah. You basically like enter, and then you just pay one-time fee, and then every machine inside of the location is set on free play. So you don't have to worry about like putting coins or like loading up a card or anything else like that. Nope. You just pay a one-time fee. You come in, and then pretty much the rhythm game world is your oyster here.
Yeah. In addition to like the Bimani games, they've also got a bunch of different dance game machines. They've got, like we mentioned earlier, there's 3 white cabs for DDR 820 plus. They've got a DDR Extreme cab running Extreme Pro. They've got an ITG Dedi cab, which I think has a lot of the modern step chart packs. As far as I'm aware, I'm not really up to date with that scene.
Yeah,
And they've got
same.
like a pump cabinet and a couple SMX machines.
I believe they have 2.
Yeah,
I think I
it
saw
looked like
2.
there were 2 SMX machines.
Yeah. Yeah, so these guys are really like pretty much like they're starting to increase, at least from the looks of it, it looks like they're trying to increase like what kind of games that they want to actually bring over. And they have the space for it. It's, I mean, it is a big enough space that they could probably fit like a really well-sized like 25, 30 plus arcade game list here. And it's mostly dedicated to rhythm games that I've only seen like, yeah, there's only like a pinball machine and then there's like 2 initial D cabs, which, I mean, hey, if you're also a really, like, if you love racing games, initial D, like, that's my jam right there.
Yes.
Alrighty.
All right, it looks, I think the next sets of matches, they're still determining their card draws. Not quite sure who's going to be up next. We'll see in a couple minutes.
I believe I have the next lineup. So I believe if my judgment's correct on who they're sending over on this side for the SoCal stream, we have Fredo and Oxfordvalley, and then the next match after that was going to be Nightman versus Mina.
Okay, yeah, I think that sounds about right. Can't wait to see what the card draw has brought for our competitors.
Yeah, it is. It's been really interesting between like the 14s and 15s, and yeah, like between for some of these matches, it's really getting hype.
What is the level range again for this section?
Oh, what's up?
It looks like it's 13 through 15 right now.
I believe it's either 13 through 15 or 13 through 16, if I'm correct.
Okay, I'm looking at the pool's documentation, and it looks like it's levels 12 through 15.
Ah, okay.
Which is weird, because I don't see any 12s in that card draw, but maybe there just weren't any drawn.
Oh, so I believe that was actually the previous one.
Yes, that was the last match we just saw. What was that? Okay, we've got the next card draw up on screen now. This is, in fact, Fredo versus Oxfordvalley. And, okay, there it is. We, like, lost our screens for a second. All right, so it looks like Fredo protected You Are a Star challenge 13. And Oxford Valley protected Vertigo, expert 15.
And the vetoes? Oh my God! I believe Fredo vetoed Paranoia Revolution, and then Oxford vetoed Saturn. That would have been interesting if someone picked that.
Yeah, Saturn is it's a tricky one despite its low note count. Like the patterning is not intuitive at all. Anyways, on to the charts that they are playing. You Are a Star challenge. This is a 13. I remember it having a lot of gallops, 16th gallops. The gallops, you may have to end up foot switching some of them because they don't resolve if you strictly alternate. Let's see. Looks like Fredo's dancing a little bit, jamming out. Oh, no, he's coming over here for something. All right, it looks like they're getting ready to start. And all right, and we're off.
There we go.
Now let's see. This one kind of starts off from silence almost.
Oxford still keeping his marvelous count. Ooh.
All right, this chart is from X2. This flows mostly nicely, other than some of the gallops near the end. Ooh, they're pretty close right now. Oxford Valley's got a slight lead of about 3 to 5 points.
3 to 5, yeah, it's really tight right now. Nothing too crazy so far.
Relatively, these freeze hold double steps. Oh, this part's a little tricky if you don't know which foot you're supposed to use. All right,
here we go.
The chorus, and Oxford Valley's got a slight lead here.
Ooh, the freeze into gallops.
And here's more gallops. These you may have to foot switch, and it definitely helps to keep following the 8th note crossovers for the patterns to continue flowing. All right, we're nearing the end of the song, and Oxford Valley still holding his lead, but we still got the ending jacks.
Ooh.
And Oxford Valley takes it by 10.
Wow. Both players with a great full combo. AAA, man. That was real, like 10EX.
Pretty well. All right, now we move on to Vertigo. Vertigo with a chart release in A20 plus. I believe it was a course trial unlock. This is by the same artist that wrote the infamous Mythomane.
Nice. Oh, I love that song.
I have mixed opinions on Mythomane myself. What are they doing? Why are they on This Is My Last Resort? Oh, there we go.
Or are they trying to find the song?
Oh no, do they?
Oh,
it's not showing up.
Is it not showing up?
That's interesting.
Oh. So we might have a similar situation where the extra exclusive songs like Anti-Anthem and Last Card, so they had to be picked out of the pool or out of the pool of songs because they were extra exclusive. So it was unfortunate for some of the players because I'm pretty sure they had at least one of those two songs like saved as a pocket pick.
Oh yes.
But because with how we have it set up here in event mode, you can't get to those songs until you actually get to.
You have to play a normal credit. Of not event mode.
So I believe there's a possibility that Vertigo was probably in the same realm.
I'm not quite sure if it's that to that extent, but I think there needs to be like some setting to enable all the unlocks. So I think we're having to use one of the venue's cards to make the song available for this match. anyways, Vertigo. The chart itself is it's interesting.
There it is.
To say the
They
least.
all right,
Okay,
they got it. There we
they
go.
got it to work. Oh, don't forget to turn off shuffle.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, those mods were from the the crew battle from last night.
Oh, that would have been crazy
That
if
would've-
someone had it. It still kept its
Yeah.
shuffle. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, like we've had players forget to turn off Life 4, but forgetting to turn off Shuffle, ooh.
Oh,
Ooh,
no.
and forgetting to turn off Flat as well. That would be another mess.
That would be a big, big mess.
All right, Vertigo is relatively tricky. If I recall correctly, this song is synced pretty late. And then there's also a gradual slowdown into the second half. And then there's these triplet rhythms that are very unorthodox. All right.
Both players are holding on to, like, it was about 1 EX. Now it's a little bit down. Actually, no, they're going back and forth. Oh, wow.
Oxfordvalley seems to have a slight lead at the moment. Single-digit lead. All right. All right, Oxfordvalley keeps pulling ahead here. Some of these patterns are a little misleading. There's like an up-down, up-down, eighth notes right into a staircase run. And if you start on the wrong foot, you're gonna have to double step into that. We've got some jump jacks.
Oh, wow.
Some step jumps. We've got a drill. Ooh. Wow. Fredo picked up a bunch of breaks on that drill. We've got a bit of a tricky section with the freeze double taps. All right, now we're getting to the deceleration portion. And then we're gonna take it straight into some 12th note rhythms, which are very tricky since you have to read at a slower speed. Oh. It looks like Oxfordvalley seems to have a bit of a better handle on these tricky rhythms. Oh. The tricky thing about these jump rhythms is that, like, it falls in a weird spot relative to, like, the main, I guess, backbeat that you're following.
Yeah.
Like, it's quarter, 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 but then it's like the 12th right after the quarter instead of like a possession style jump where it's like quarter and then it's spaced out.
But Oxford
so
taking
Oxford
that
took
one.
that one by about 80 or 90 EX.
That was a lot of EX for
yeah,
a
this
differential
one
between
is
that
a
one,
real
yeah.
knowledge check.
Oh man, good showing on both of them, especially with Fredo. Like, that was a really, like, interesting set of songs for both players right there. Alrighty, I believe. Oop.
All right, let's see what we got next. So Fredo. All right, we're trying to look at the bracket to see what's up next. Okay.
Okay, so we have Nightman and Mina coming up next here on our
I'm
side.
excited to see what their card draw brings. Looks like they're already getting ready to play. I don't know if someone on the stream still needs to get us their card draw. All right, so I believe this is Nightman's first time on this side of the stream. Nightman
Yes.
hails from NorCal.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
it
Nightman, I believe this is a pocket pick.
Yeah, it looks like he pulled out his pocket pick.
Oh
Oh, man.
yes.
Osaka evolved Is that type 3?
It looks like it's type 3.
Yeah, I think that it looks to be type 3.
And then Mina's pick, just regular pick, is Vega by Redless. Really nice choice right there.
Yes. So Nightman's really not pulling out the stops on this one.
Absolutely not.
I trust Nightman has very, very good knowledge of the gimmicks in Osaka 3.
Yeah, Osaka 3 is definitely the more chaotic version
Yes.
than the other two.
This is the version that right out of the first 50 BPM section, it goes straight into 300 for, it like uses the outro of the song.
And then it goes back.
Ooh, Nightman's found the window, seemingly. And here comes that speed up.
Wow.
All right, so Nightman's got an early lead of about 10 EX. All right, let's see. Here's a bunch of stops.
Stop.
Doesn't
stop,
look like
and stop.
it looks like they're just all choosing to wing the rhythms there without any extra ghost steps. All right, Nightman continues to pull away. This chart has very many awkward patterns in addition to the tricky BPM changes. Look at those crossovers, those mini Scoobies, if you will.
Yeah, this chart definitely feels like it's pretty much riding on a wave.
Yes, that's
Like-
an interesting way to put it.
It like goes really fast, then slow, then fast, then slow. And yeah, it is really, you have to know this song if you really want to conquer it.
Yeah, you have to know the particular configuration of all the different sections of Osaka. If you aren't already familiar, Osaka evolved the 3 different versions. They all have the same base components of the song. They're just in different order as each other. All right, so we're ramping up to the finale. And Nightman seems to have secured this victory.
Yep.
He
Wow.
wins by about 120 EX.
And comes out with a full combo on top of that too. Great showing.
It's very impressive on this very tricky 13.
Also impressive on Mina's ability to also keep up with it too. Very, very good.
Yes, yes.
It is not like, trust me, it is not an easy song
It
either.
is not an easy one.
If this was a sight read, that was extremely well done. If not, like, but if they haven't really played it a whole lot, still,
That was
it
still
is
pretty
not
good,
easy.
Pretty good run. All right, we've got Vega, the song with like the man with wings running at you in the background video.
Yes. So I believe this originated from 2DX, and so the background video
Oh, that would make sense.
actually moved over when they ported it over to DDR, and
Yes,
so they still
okay.
kept it, and it's still just as amazing.
I think the difficult chart for this, like the chorus, it's just like a left right left right left right left right 8th stream.
Oh wow.
So I guess it's kind of mimicking the the background video. Anyways, Vega is a very stamina intensive 14.
It is.
It has I think just over 600 notes, which is a lot for 14. It's got a lot of tricky tech as well, including these jump patterns with the step jump and the crossover.
Nightman still holding on.
Yes, Nightman's taking an early lead. And we got a tricky part with these step jumps into the little 16th bursts. Alright, this part's a little tricky too. Oh no,
Ooh.
Nightman picks up the miss.
Oh, they are.
Even despite the miss, Nightman seems to be... Oh, it looks like they're about even now.
They're just about even. It is really neck and neck right now.
They're gonna be swapping EX for the next portion of the song. Ooh, that's some tricky patterns there that force you to do some double steps.
Ooh.
Looks like Mina's starting to pull away a little bit. Let's see if Nightman can pull back. Oh no, Nightman
another
gets another
miss.
miss.
Ooh. Yeah, it is a very, very stamina heavy 14.
Ooh, we got these tricky crossover patterns with the jacks. Alright, we're nearing the finale of the song. Throws in some more 16th patterns, in addition to crossovers. And alright, looks like Mina's taking this one.
Amazing.
Nightman versus Mina, they each took one song. Pretty good matchup.
Triple A full combo.
It's particularly good for this chart.
Wow. Amazing from both players today. Wow.
Yes, both did very well.
Like, especially like with Vega as a chart as a 14, I honestly feel like it's a 15.
That was my impression as well when I first saw it get released. I was like, this has a lot of like 16ths with movement.
A lot of movements.
Like it's not just like a drill.
Yeah.
Like they're not just drills.
Because you're kind of moving like back and forth between the paths, and then you're doing staircases and like
and
a bunch
on
of other
top
ones.
of that, there's the crossovers or double steps, depending on how you choose to do them.
And then the jumps,
yes, the step jumps.
The step jumps, yeah. No, it's like it's a
This
really,
has
really hard 14.
Yeah, there's a lot it throws at you.
Oh man! Congratulations to both players. 1-1. Like some of these matches have been getting like really like close between like it's either like 1-1 or 2-0.
Yeah, I think
but like
most of the matches, at least on this side of the stream, they've been 1-1. I think. I think there was one that was
there might have been
2-0.
one that was a 2-0, but then all the other matches have been like one player has 1 point on one, and then the other player has a point on the other. So we're really getting to like some like whoever is basically familiar with either a good song or they somehow like pulled it out and it was just like, whoa, I did it.
Yeah.
It's been really crazy over the last hour or so. For Pool 7.
All right. Okay. Looks like we can now see the standings so far. All right, it's hard to read the screen.
So it looks like Eternis currently is on the first standing with Gabby Jay on second, Oxford third, Omni fourth, verniy fifth, Fredo sixth. Don't know who seventh or eighth is, but so far we have Eternis and Gabby on first two, or top two for standings.
Some combination of Nightman and Mina. It looks like Eternis and Gabby Jay are pretty much tied. Like, it looks like both of them have 8 Swiss points, and their opponent's point total is also the same. So I'm not quite sure how they tie break this. Unless there's more matches, and
there
I don't
is a third round,
supposed to be. Okay, so
but they haven't set it up yet currently.
Gotcha. All right, so there's still a lot to be decided in these next matchups.
So we had Fredo here for this second round. Let's talk about him for a little bit. He comes from the Bay Area. His favorite DDR song / chart is actually his favorite song is Elements of Creation. Very good choice.
That's a
Love
pretty good
that
song. Very boss vibes.
Proudest DDR achievement for Fredo, Scarlet Police on Ghetto Patrol CSP.
Oh yes, it's the 118. It's like a Toho song. Oh. It's got all the foot switches. It's like an ITG tech chart.
Oh, interesting.
I think it even throws like some light brackets in there if you choose to do them that way.
So something interesting or a fun fact about his DDR experience, he was a pump player that transitioned to DDR. I honestly feel like anyone that plays Pump It Up has a better transitioning time going from Pump to DDR than someone playing or starting with DDR and then going into Pump, in my opinion.
Oh yes, as far as I'm aware, Pump has a much greater general stamina requirement, especially the charts get pretty crazy pretty quickly.
Yeah, Pump It Up is definitely like a different beast on its own, especially with, of course, instead of it being up, down, left, right, as with like DDR or in the Groove, you have the side, like
The
up, right, up,
diagonal,
left,
yeah.
diagonal, and then the center panel. So, and I've seen some players, like really high level players play on it, and like I'm just amazed at just how it's just a lot of arrows and just a lot of like really moving back and forth, and it's like, and I'm pretty sure there's definitely like different techniques.
Yes,
between
there's
like,
definitely a lot of bracketing
oh yeah,
in the upper levels. In any case, I think pump players, they tend to carry over their stamina to DDR, but I think, at least my understanding is that the timing part is a little harder for them to pick up.
I was just about to comment on that. Like the timing on Pump It Up, I believe the window is like really large compared
relatively speaking,
yeah,
to like Marvelous.
Yeah, compared to like with DDR, like especially with like the perfect and Marvelous window, like it's definitely a lot more easier on Pump It Up rather than when you transition over to like DDR. You have to be very on time.
Yeah, and I think adapting to like the window itself, the Marvelous window, is definitely tricky.
Yeah.
Let's
Alrighty.
see what.
So Fredo has some DDR rivals, Bibs and Gudetama. Bibs is in his pool, actually.
Bibs was in
the
pool
previous
6,
pool.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He would like to also share your mother, apparently.
Yeah, whatever that is supposed to mean. I think the players are still determining their third round matchups.
Let's see if they got it updated.
Oh, it looks like the start GG has been updated.
Yes. Ooh, okay. So on our side, our next match is going to be between Oxfordvalley and Gabby Jay. And
Is this a
then
rematch?
which one?
Is Oxfordvalley versus Gabby Jay? Didn't we have that the first time too?
I believe. Oh, it was Gabby Jay.
Oh, it was
and
Gabby
Mina
Jay and Mina. Okay, so this is
in
a
the
new
first
matchup.
round, and then it was Omni and Oxford. So
Ah,
now
okay.
this time we're going to have Gabby Jay and Oxfordvalley versing each other, and then
okay,
we're also
okay.
going to have Fredo and Nightman after their match.
Okay.
So
Looking ready to see some more exciting DDR.
very, very exciting. It's right now. It's currently 8:38 at night. It's definitely been winding down just a tiny little bit, but I mean, it's still pretty. Like a lot of people are kind of switching back and forth between like both streams, or at least both cabs.
Yeah, there's been a lot of people. Whenever like one side of the setup, everyone goes like, "Oh," and then like people migrate to the other side to see what's up.
Yeah, it's really nice that we have like that kind of setup where it's like, where if there's somebody that you want to see, or at least you just want to kind of move on to another match after one match is over, you just literally just slide on over to the next
Yeah, just walk like
area.
10 feet. They do have some sound barriers set up to try to reduce the noise pollution from the other machines.
And
So it's not like
oh,
total
sorry.
chaos.
Sorry. No, I was going to comment that like I did play in Pool 4, and as I was playing, I did notice that like it actually does like really soften the noise between
that's
the
good,
other
that's
machine.
good.
Like as we had like 2 matches playing at the same time, I didn't like, all I could really hear was just the music coming from our machine that I was playing,
Oh,
and
that's
then the
good.
other machine is like I could honestly barely hear it. So they have like the Red Note setup here has been, once again, it's like it's amazing. It's
Yes.
really, really nice.
It's a very good place to be. All right, so looks like Oxfordvalley and Gabby Jay are gearing up to play their
Ooh.
songs. Let's take a look at their
Ooh.
card draw. All right, so it looks like I think it's a Protect. Gabby Jay protected Blister, whatever you want to call that song.
I call it Blaster.
Yeah, that probably makes the most sense. Blaster, difficult 12. It's a pretty nice 12. And then, is that a pocket pick from Oxfordvalley? It looks like Pluto.
No, I think that's just a regular. It might be. Actually, no.
Because there's different icons.
No, that might actually be a pocket pick. Pluto, expert. Oh man. Oh, this is gonna be something right here. Pluto is definitely it's a very gimmicky chart. And then the vetoes were new era.
New era difficults, and
I
oh my lovely sweetie darling, I think is what that jacket is. It's a ESP 15.
oh,
Oh, got some shouting over on the other setup.
something happened on the other side. I
I
bet
would
you it's
love
another
to-
EX tie.
It's probably a tie or like a 1 EX difference. 1 EX
One
difference.
EX difference. Oh my goodness.
We got Jeff over here telling us what's up.
By one, everyone's shouting by one.
Man,
Like I said, this event has just been nothing short of incredible matches, like
Yes.
almost back to back. Every pool
Exactly,
has had some
yes.
really, really awesome matchups. It's been insane. All right,
it
here we
has
go.
truly been exciting. All right, let's see how these two competitors do on Blaster. I remember this one has some tricky rhythms. It's got some 16th like gallops that start on like a quarter note. Alright, so we got a nice, relaxing intro. Nothing
both
too
players.
complex yet.
Both players really, like almost like 3, 1, 2 EX difference right now. Wow.
Alright. At this little break, it looks like Oxfordvalley is up by about 4. This chart has some really nice rhythms to just be able to lock into the window, the marbles window. And as you can see, there's also these 16th gallops that are tricky to execute while staying on time. It looks
Oxford-
like they are within single digits of each other still.
Oxford's still holding on to his PFC or perfect full combo. Wow, this is getting really close.
It's like hard to keep track of what's going on.
Ooh.
Gabby Jay has taken the lead very slightly.
This is going to be a really close
This
one.
could be anyone's game. Okay, so
Oh.
Gabby Jay pulled ahead a little bit more in that last section. Let's see if these 8 crossovers deceive anyone.
Whoa.
Oxfordvalley finishes with a PFC, but that is not enough to win the song.
Gabby
Wow.
Jay, 22 perfects
22
versus
perfects.
36 for Oxford. Man, even with a perfect full combo, if your marvelous count is a lot more higher and your perfect count is much less, that's pretty much where it goes
Vice
down.
versa.
Oh, yeah.
I think we knew what you meant.
Yeah, because like if you have like less perfects and more marvelouses, basically, you get, or is it?
Less perfects means more marvelouses, which means a higher score.
Yes, that's where I was going.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. All right, we're moving on to Pluto. Let's see how this plays out. I believe, I'm pretty certain Gabby Jay has like been participating in Life 4, so I want to say he's at least played through the Pluto a few times to try to go for lamp requirements. So I would imagine he has some knowledge, some working knowledge of Pluto.
It does seem like Oxford has at least played the challenge chart in the past, but I'm not too certain if you've ever played the expert chart. So we're about to see if both players have the knowledge for this.
Well,
for
I
this
would
song.
hope Oxfordvalley has some knowledge of the chart as he protected it, at least according to what the screen is showing us. So. Yeah, it's hard to tell people's PBs since these are not, you know.
Yeah, for the most part, pocket picks are typically like you like are confident in your heart and your soul that like you know this song like back and forth, like forward and reverse. We've had matches though where some people have had pocket picks, and the other opponent still is able to like
still able to
them
outplay
over.
them. All right, here we go. This first note's gonna be hard to time. Ooh. Oxfordvalley nailed that first note, and he's still got the white for now. Of course, as soon as I say something. So they were tied at one of those first stops.
Another pause.
Alright, Oxfordvalley seems to have taken an early lead. It slows down just slightly right there. And now we've got one of the hardest stops of time.
And then it's going to speed up here.
We've got a broken 16th gallop instead of a quarter note there. And it's going to speed up again with some tricky stops. This is the true tests of knowledge in this game.
Absolutely.
All right.
Here we go again.
Oxford seems to be increasing his lead.
Oh, wow.
Ooh, there's some tricky stops there.
And Oxford is still holding on to his full combo.
And he continues to grow that lead. And Oxford takes the song
Whoa.
with a full combo. Ooh, and a AAA.
And wow.
Very impressive to do on the spot.
Very, very impressive. Good job on both players. That, especially for a song like Pluto that had to.
All right, it looks like we're about to take the group photo.
Oh,
all right, we will
yeah,
be
we're
back.
about to take the group photo, so hang on there, chat. We will be right back after our group photo here in a sec.
And welcome
Hey.
back.
We just got done taking the group photo, and oh my goodness, we were packed like a can of sardines.
Yeah,
that was great. But it just goes to show you, just like, I mean, with these events, like, people will come.
Yeah.
And I mean, the people came. Like
For sure.
they showed up, and we are here. We are happening. Like, it has been so good. So good. I almost got a cramp on my leg because I was
You were like
I was
squatting
like trying
or
to squat.
kneeling.
And then like as I was getting up, I was like, oh my gosh,
I
no,
was
no,
like,
no,
oh,
no,
no.
So I
It's not
switched to the
bad.
other leg, and as I squatted down to be able to take the second round of photos. Oh man.
All right. Now that we are wrapped up with the photo, let's take a look at what I believe is the last match of Pool 7 for this side of the stream. It's going to be Fredo versus Nightman. So we've got Pluto Relinquish Difficult, which was Nightman's Protect.
And I believe
looks
Fredo's
like-
Pocket Pit with
All right,
Samurai Shogun.
So this chart starts pretty much immediately.
Like that.
Like that, yes. This chart's got a lot of rocket speed changes. And it mostly runs at 400 BPM. Shortly we'll be getting into a section of 100, followed by a long section of 200, going back down to 100. So here's that 100. Nightman still holding his PFC, and he's got a solid lead of about 25, 26 EX. Those jump freezes can be kind of tricky to read if you're not familiar.
Nightman still holding on for the PFC.
In the slowdowns like this, it's really important that you are able to like
Commentator's curse.
keep your MA window. Stay locked in despite the slow build. Oh no, Nightman goes a couple misses. One thing I will say about the difficult chart is that the rocket speed jumps, the notes immediately following the rocket speed are hard. They're not left or right or up or down. Oh, there's a lot changing position right now. Oh my goodness. Oh, Nightman still holds on to the lead.
Almost losing it, like near the end,
He
but
held on.
managed to pick it up. Wow.
Wow, their money score was really similar. But Nightman takes song 1. Now we're gonna move on to Samurai Shogun versus Master Ninja. I think many would consider this to be one of the harder 14s. It's essentially 130 BPM 16th runs with like tricky double steps and or crossovers depending on your choice of execution. I believe this would be much more in favor of Fredo, as if I'm understanding correctly, I believe.
Yeah, I would think if it was for his own pocket, then he would have
yeah, this is a good pocket pick for pick to choose against Nightman. Alright, Fredo's off to an early lead.
Wow.
This chart is from 2014 as part of an event that led to eventually us getting over the period. This was an extra stage song during that time. There are a lot of tricky double steps and crossover patterns.
And freezes as well.
There's even some step jumps at this speed coming up right now.
Nightman still holding on pretty well. Fredo definitely in the lead with this one. Oh, Nightman getting a
stamina
couple
requirement
misses.
for this is very difficult.
Oh.
This song really just doesn't give you any breaks.
Yeah, it looks like Nightman is really feeling it right now. Oh, wow, this chart is brutal.
It's so brutal for 14.
Oh, can he still hold on? Come on, Nightman. Oh, and on top of those jumps too, that is really gotta be something.
Oh, Fredo
wow.
finishes with a full combo.
Yeah, this song was definitely more stamina driven than Pluto Relinquish. It's more of a, Pluto was like knowledge chart, and then Samurai was like, can you keep up?
Yes, can you keep up with all these patterns that don't flow very well into each other?
Goodness.
It's one of those charts that you have to study in order to consistently perform on. You gotta pick the right points to double step or to cross over. There are parts that make more sense to double step than others, but all that comes down to chart study. Or
Yeah.
if you're really good at deciding things on the spot.
Absolutely.
That could be a strength as well.
Yeah.
I believe that was the last round for Pool 7.
Yeah, so
Let's see if we
hopefully,
can see how the standings are now. Quick standings.
so the standings might change, but currently we have Eternis leading with number 14 points and Gabby Jay with 10, although Oxfordvalley also has 10.
But it looks like right now Gabby Jay is ahead due to him having overall tougher opponents.
Oh,
If we take a look at the column that says opponent point total, it looks like Gabby Jay's most... okay, I'm not sure if I understand quite how all of that works. But basically, the higher number should mean that Gabby Jay had overall tougher opponents who won more matches. But let's see. Have all of the matches been factored in? It's hard to tell right now.
I'm not too certain. Looking for any like, I guess specific details. It seems that Gabby Jay, for opponent point total, is a 10. Oxfordvalley opponent point total is a 4. So it looks like even though for points or Swiss score they're both tied, it looks like Gabby Jay has more stronger.
Yeah. Okay. Stronger opponents is. Oh, higher seeds is what it is. Okay,
Oh.
So we had Jeff coming in, filling us in on exactly what the opponent point total meant. So he faced people of higher seeds and still managed to get the record he got.
Nice. I mean, what a pool. I like.
Very exciting.
Very, very exciting. We've had like, especially some matches where like what was it, a 10EX difference, and mostly it's been like a player's pick for chart knowledge or stamina for this pool, and it is definitely like I think we only had one round here that went 2-0, and then all the other ones was like just 1-1.
Yeah, it seemed pretty evenly matched overall, at least on this side of the stream. Evidently, it seems like Eternis was doing very well on the Red Note stream.
Yeah, I don't think Eternis was ever on this side,
No.
so whoever was watching that side of the stream was probably seeing some really, really good stuff.
All right, so looks like we're going to have Pool 8 starting soon. I think I am supposed to be swapping off with someone. So we're going to be right back, and we're going to get ready for Pool 8.
Yep. We will see you guys here in a bit.
All right, thank you.